Everybody, that breaking news out of Paris tonight. The beloved Paris landmark, the Notre Dame Cathedral, caught fire this afternoon.
Fire crews are still working to put that fire out, which began some 5 hours ago. In fact, it's nighttime now in Paris, and the church is still burning. Crews say that the main structure has been saved. Flames burst through the roof of the centuries-old cathedral and quickly engulfed the spire, which collapsed. Firefighters cleared the area around Notre Dame Cathedral, which marks the very center of Paris. Much of the cathedral was covered in scaffolding as the church was under repair at the time. It is unclear how the fire started, but there are reports now in France that police are treating this fire as an accident. Notre Dame Cathedral is nearly 900 years old. Incredible. There will be much more on this story on the CBS Evening News with Jeff Glor at 6:30, but in the meantime, let's send it to Adam Chodak now with a very special guest.
All right, Maureen, thank you. Joining me now is Nazareth College professor Tim Thibodeau. He is a scholar in European history. You have been to the Notre Dame Cathedral a couple times before.
Yeah.
You've studied its history.
Yeah.
Your reflections as we continue to see the flames tear down this building.
It's catastrophic, and I speak as a historian, I speak as anyone who's been to France and might have been in that magnificent structure. You're looking at a building that doesn't just belong to the people in Paris or the French, it really belongs to the world, and it's hard to come up with something comparable in America that would be as devastating to us to lose. And you're looking at a structure that's almost 900 years old, that's just of incomparable value. We really don't know what was lost in terms of destruction of artifacts, of stained glass. It's too soon to know.
We keep hearing about the building itself, but you mentioned the artifacts,
Right.
Some of them dating back to the 9th, 10th, 11th
Correct.
century.
Yeah, so if you went to the cathedral, you're looking at various pieces of history. The stained glass is one standalone artifact that's priceless. There are relics. There's supposedly a relic of the crown of thorns of Jesus, a relic of the true cross. And there's also the emotional attachment to the building. If you go there at night and it's lit up, it's one of the most visible monuments in Paris. And Paris has very strict building codes that you really can't build skyscrapers because you want to be able to see Notre Dame, you want to be able to see the Eiffel Tower.
And you did mention seeing it, the spire
Right.
collapse.
Seeing the spire fall and where what's called the transept, so you have, the cathedral is shaped in the form of a cross. And so that spire stood where the two pieces of the cross meet. And you know, of course, that the altar, the main altar of the church, is almost directly beneath that. It's just devastating. It's hard to explain emotionally what that meant. Some of my colleagues that I work with, some of my students who've been there, were really in shock.
Professor Thibodeau, thank you so much for lending us your knowledge and perspective on this. We'll hear more from you on News 8 at 11. Thank you again.
Thanks a lot, Adam.
Maureen, back to you.
All right, thank you, Adam.